Hey, this is Zero at PGzoneHD, and I'm bringing you my 7th custom toy box video. This is going to be showing the process of me putting it together, and then finally I'm going to do a race on it using Lightning McQueen here at the end of the video. But I did spend a good portion of today piecing this track together. I used the layout from the Wingo Speedway custom track that I showed you guys a few days ago. I made some adjustments to that and also the terrain that was around it to start this new toy box off. And I had a subscriber ask me last week if I could build a track that changed themes as you were driving through it. His idea was to do like a Pirates of the Caribbean in one corner and a Cars playset in another, etc., etc. But the problem that I ran into with trying to build that one was that I didn't have enough pieces from each area to really make that kind of track look good, in my opinion. But I did have a lot of themes and a lot of different colors that I could use, so that was kind of my goal for this one, was to make a track that changed colors and changed themes as you were driving through it. Now for the last few racetracks I put together, I focused more on the track than I did the actual environment. For this one, I wanted a really nice environment and a more simpler track to go along with it, and the first thing that I worked on was the cave area that the track would go through. The caves are usually the first thing that I work on with a track, and I knew right away that I wanted the Wreck-It Ralph theme to go along with that area. Once I had that set up, I started changing the colors of the track, and for those that haven't done it before, you have to be in the Sparks mode, and then it's the Y button on the Xbox 360 or the triangle button on the PlayStation 3 to change the theme of whatever item you're highlighting. And some of the items can't be changed, like some of the trees can't be, but some of the trees can, so you just kind of have to play around with it. But this was the first time that I've really gone in there and changed a lot of things with the themes in one of my toy boxes. The next corner that I worked on was the desert themed area. I used the crystal dungeon piece to line up next to the track. I started adding a few trees around the border of the green corner while I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to put in that area. And the next big project was the large castle in the other corner. I didn't build much inside of it, didn't create the back of it to save a little space, because I was starting to worry a little bit about how fast my meter was filling up. And this was the second track that I've created that was full by the time that I was done with it, and I was left wishing that I could have added a little bit more to it. But once the castle was in place, I began putting down all the little decorations, the extra buildings, and the most interesting piece that I put into the map was the holographic building, which I was kind of surprised at how cool that stuff looks in the darker themed nighttime backgrounds. And in the next video I'm going to be showing you a couple races, one with Francesco and one with Mater, and they're both going to be at night. And in my opinion, this track looked better at night than what I'm showing you here at the end of this video, but I'll let you guys be the judge of that. To sort of make the track a little more entertaining, I added a few pop-up turret guns to fire at you, which they're not actually going to hit my car or anybody else unless you're going slow, but it makes the racing a little more interesting if you have stuff kind of flying by you. And I did get a really good idea for the next track that I'm going to build when I was putting this one together, so I'm really looking forward to starting on that one tomorrow. When I started this one, I really didn't know what direction I was going to go in with it, but for the next one, I already have it all mapped out in my head, so that one's going to be pretty cool to build. But I did submit the Wingo Speedway to Disney, so we'll see if they'll check that out. But that's pretty much all I have for this one. This is Zero at PGzoneHD, and as always, thanks for stopping by.
Francesco! Sorry, man. I'm out of autographs. Maybe you should rest. Ciao, Lightning. You're looking good. Hey, Francesco.